Hey everybody. Hey, how's it going? I'm gonna do a editing live stream today. Um, yep, just a heads up. Chelsea's really sick. Last night she was throwing up a lot, so didn't get a lot of sleep. But just letting you know because at any given point I might have to if she wakes up and needs help, I might have to run and go tend to her. So, if you're on Twitter, maybe send her some love. Tell her that you hope she's feeling better. And yeah, that sucked. And then, of course, the Fear Street 2 kill count was blocked yesterday by a copyright claim. I don't really have any control over that, so apologies if you didn't get a chance to watch it. Obviously, if it were up to me, that would not be the case, but that's just what's going on right now. And then I would say probably don't count on Fear Street 3 coming out on Sunday, as was the original plan. See, what happened with Fear Street 2, interestingly, is that after the whole Fear Street 1 debacle, I was like, okay, it's flagging footage and blocking the video, so let's upload early versions of this video just to know if I'm going to have the same problem. If I do, I can try to maybe manipulate the footage to get past it. So I uploaded a Fear Street 2 early version of the kill count with all the movie footage in it, and it never got flagged or copyrighted at all. There was never a single block on any Fear Street 2 kill count upload, which was really nice. I was like, oh, maybe they just put all their eggs in the Fear Street 1 basket as far as making automatic claims, and so Fear Street 2, maybe it's just not as important to them, and I'm scot-free. So there was never any issues until yesterday. So literally, I thought I was cool. And then Fear Street 3, similarly, I've uploaded 2 early versions of it with all the footage and everything, and neither of those got claimed until yesterday. At the same time the Fear Street 2 got blocked, my rough draft of the Fear Street 3 got blocked as well. So, it's taken too much of a toll on me to try to figure out the best way to get around those blocks and try to so I just don't expect Fear Street 3 this weekend. I've almost got the script ready to shoot, so that's the stage of that it's in right now, and I hope to eventually have it out because I don't want to leave that series incomplete. But just probably not going to happen this Sunday. So sorry about that. But let's move on. Let's go ahead and edit this Friday's kill count, which should go off hopefully without a hitch. Friday the 13th, the final chapter, which was at one point my favorite Friday. And I'll be editing this kill count. Comes out Friday. I'm in the last stages of editing it. I've already had Bree and Josh do their passes on it, so I am going to just kind of go through my pass and kind of finalize it. Thanks to everyone doing the super chat. I'm sorry that I haven't been thanking you. 81-3. Will films like The Dentist that don't have much behind the scenes info get a recount if a good amount of BTS? I can't see The Dentist getting a recount. The Friday recounts are doing fine. We'll see at the end of the recount series how they have done. I know that there are at least some people, I don't know the percentage of viewers, but there are at least some viewers who are like, I don't want to watch this. I've already watched it. I can't tell how big of a contingent those viewers are. So we'll see about recaps, but stuff like The Dentist, I can't spend all my time going back and redoing all the early videos, If I were to redo any more videos after Friday the 13th, they would probably be, I don't even want to say anything because I don't want to spark speculation, but right now, the only videos I have planned to do recounts for are the Friday the 13th series. I will assess after those are complete and see what happens. See how I feel about moving forward and possibly doing other ones. So we'll see. All right. Okay. So yeah, moving on to this video. What about Elm Street? Yeah, I mean, like I said, right now, the only ones I have planned are Friday the 13th. So we'll see.
Welcome to the Kill Count, where we tally up the victims.
Actually, you know what? Let me grab a cup of coffee. I feel like I definitely need that right now. So let me go ahead and grab a cup of coffee, and I'll be right back in just a minute. 1 second. I'm back. I was just thinking about how like this year is the first year where I've had wasted hours on episodes, because like Peninsula, I put in so many hours into the writing and research and rewriting for that episode, and then I can't really release it. That would be risking a copyright strike, even though the Train to Busan one is back. And just sucks thinking about like could have been doing other stuff with those hours, and then right now the Fear Street stuff. I don't know if you saw my tweet, but I'm just really upset about the Fear Street 2 episode getting blocked, because last week I had a friend, my high school good friend, best friend in college. I haven't seen him in years because he lives in Colorado now. He visited and stayed with us last week, but I was really only able to hang out with him at night, and I couldn't like go to the beach with him and do other shit because I was trying to get Fear Street done so that it wouldn't come out late and could come out on time on Sunday. I really just wanted to get the Fear Street videos done and over with to not have to deal with them anymore. But apparently it's not going to be so easy. But I'm just kind of mad that I could have been hanging out with him. Yeah. Thanks, Stephen Rail. Glad your wife was able to get into horror because of the Kill Counts and podcast. That's honestly one of my favorite things to hear. Am I excited for AEW All Out? I am. Yeah, I've been getting into AEW lately, so I'm looking forward to Sunday. You know, this week was supposed to be like, okay, this week is Hell Week. Gonna get Friday 4 done. Gonna get Fear Street 3 done. Gonna finish them by Friday, and then Saturday I'm going to a poker game Saturday night. Sunday I have a brunch, and then Sunday AEW all night or All Out. I was like, cool, that's my fucking weekend. Let's go. And then, like I said, Fear Street 3 probably not happening. So it still have the stuff on the weekend. It just won't have the same kind of sense of accomplishment going into it. But I can still look forward to the social stuff I'm doing on the weekend. All right.
Welcome to the Kill Count, where we tally up the victims in all our favorite horror movies. I'm James A. Janice, and today we're looking at Friday the 13th, the so-called final chapter. By 1984, the slasher subgenre was waning. After countless
How many hours have I already put into Fear Street 3? I mean, a lot. The script is half rewritten. So, you know, I did my initial draft of the script. That was probably 5 hours. That's how long those take. Did all my research. Thankfully, with Fear Street 3, the research for it was concomitant with the Fear Street 1 and 2 research. It was all kind of together. So, you know, the total amount of time I spent researching Fear Street, I guess, divided by 3. And then I started the rewrite process. I was probably halfway through the rewrite process. I just finished incorporating all the behind-the-scenes facts into the script, and then I just had to go through with one more pass to, like, just tighten up the script and punch up jokes and make sure it was ready to shoot. And then I did not shoot it, obviously. The script's not a shooting script just yet, but...
After countless bloody low-budget affairs had flooded the horror market. Though the Friday films were profitable, they weren't respected by non-horror fans. The disparagement was starting to weigh on producer Frank Mancuso Jr., who decided to end the series so he could pursue other projects.
What's my favorite Jordan Peele film, seeing as the new Candyman was just released? You mean Nia DaCosta's Candyman? Jordan Peele produced it, which is doing a lot of work, and co-wrote it. But we generally refer to movies by their director, who was Nia DaCosta, who was also the first black woman director to have a #1 film, which kind of blows my mind. But then again, thinking about it, guess that makes sense. But favorite Jordan Peele film between the two of them, I prefer Get Out by a little bit. I think it's more cohesive, but I like them both a lot. And if you expanded the criteria to films that Jordan Peele has worked on, produced, etc., still probably Get Out.
Mancuso Jr., who decided to end the series, so he
Premier's really acting up, so I had to throw that on the pile.
was starting to weigh on producer Frank Mancuso Jr., who decided
I feel like that should have his lower third. Maybe it's like a short clip that shows it. Is that why? That's 3. I think for each movie they put the lower third. Thanks a Draw Kill Life. Please don't use super chats to request kill counts. There it is.
I was like, okay, what I want to do now is I really want to bring this thing to an
I see. That's why I didn't, because I have that sound up in a second. Okay.
Jr., who decided to end the series so he could pursue other projects.
I really want to bring this thing to an effective close.
You may remember.
I really want to bring this thing to an effective close.
You may remember.
Viper, have I watched Dr. Wolfula? I've seen like an episode or two. I don't generally watch other YouTubers, especially other horror YouTubers. I support them, wish them all the best, but I don't really have time to watch YouTube videos, and if I'm going to watch YouTube, it's probably going to be something that's not horror, just because I spend so much time doing horror for my work, you know? So I've said many times, Brutal Moose is my favorite YouTuber. Fucking love him. His editing is the best. He's very funny. He's basically the only YouTuber that we like religiously watch.
You may remember Frank Mancuso Sr. from the first Friday recount. He was the Paramount executive who helped get the original film released. His son, Frank Jr., started working on the Friday sets during Part 2, first as a production assistant, but quickly becoming a producer by time Part.
Oh, thanks, Small Goth. Yeah, if you didn't see the post on Twitter or the community page, we're not going to Texas Frightmare. I've been trying to let people know that for some time now, but just to, continue to tell as many people as possible, just be aware, Dead Meat will not be at Texas Frightmare this year, unfortunately, because it is my favorite horror convention, but we won't be there. Apologies if you got tickets, hoping to meet us there. Really sorry. Yeah, I'm surprised that Texas Frightmare, the website, just took us off of it, apparently, on the guest list. They didn't put canceled. They just kind of removed us. Whereas with other guests, they did put canceled, if that was the case. I don't know. What was up with that? Associate producer, that wasn't... Yeah, oh, yeah. Produced by? It's probably going to be a produced by credit. Yep. Am I doing Halloween Horror Nights this year, Magic Rock? I actually just got an email from Halloween Horror Nights inviting me to opening day. I think so. It's outdoors. I really want to, yeah, I would say most likely.
By time Part 3 rolled around, Mancuso.
Thanks, Cam the Movie Geek. Chris Clancy, yeah, you came in too late, I guess, to get the spiel. Fear Street 2 got blocked with a copyright claim. Don't expect Fear Street 3 this Sunday. I don't know when 2 will be unblocked. And, yeah. That's all I got. Sorry.
Producer by time part 3 rolled around. Mancuso was the closest thing to a showrunner the Friday franchise ever had, which might explain why the first 4 feel so samey. He called them exercises in commerce. They were there to make money, not to be art. Steve Miner declined to direct another installment, so Mancuso hired Joseph Zito to helm
I
the
don't
final
appreciate
chapter,
Premiere
which would
acting
again
like
be
this.
shot in Southern California.
I have been
Zito was
talking to a
suggested
friend
by
who
Boston money man
installs
Phil
like
Scuderi because
servers
of his 1980
for small businesses, and so we're gonna try to get like a network and server up that maybe could help solve some of these issues, because I know that Premiere especially acts up when it's trying to read media that I have on my external hard drives. I don't know. Fionn McSwine, you and your pal Joe watch my videos? Well, thank you, Fionn. Fionn. Okay, so I think when Zoran did the initial coverage on this one, didn't someone... Oh, yeah. It was in Friday 3 I originally talked about Frank Mancuso Jr. before I took that out of that script. And so I think here... Mancuso viewed the film. Thanks, Chris Swanson. That is, quote, an exercise in commerce. And since those are all easy, Mancuso viewed... Ah, yeah, let's do that. That's fun. Where was I? Friday 4, Judge, yeah.
Feel so samey. He called them exercises in commerce. They were there.
Oh, I see. It's slightly different because it's exercises as opposed to an exercise.
He called them exercises in commerce. They were there to make money, not to be art.
Hi, Crix Pro. I'm good. How are you?
He called them exercises in...
Well, I don't know if the exact quote is an exercise in commerce or exercises in commerce. So, since I can't do a quote without knowing if it's accurate.
He called them exercises in commerce. They were there to make money, not to be art. Steve Miner declared...
And then this, I feel like this guy, who's the DP, I think, that's kind of obscuring who Jason or Steve Miner is. So let's swap that out. I just saw that like picture of OJ, and for a second I was like, was that OJ? I was like, oh yeah, Tracy Savage. I love learning all this behind the scenes shit.
Shoot that scene again. Ruined my day.
Not to be art. Steve Miner declined to direct another installment, so Mancuso hired Joseph Zito to helm the final chapter. So Mancuso hired Joseph Zito to helm the final chapter, which would again be shot in Southern California. Zito was suggested by Boston money man Phil Scuderi because of his 1981 film The Prowler, which I covered in the first kill count filmed at my new house.
I feel like that's confusing to hear me talking and then see this footage. Wonder if there's better... Oh yeah, what if I just do this?
Prowling pace? Let's find out and get to the numbers. Join me, won't you? Which I covered in the first kill count filmed at my new house. Zito studied...
Yeah, that's better.
The Prowler, which I covered in the first kill count filmed at my new house. Zito studied the first 3 Fridays to make sure he'd give the fans what they wanted, and tried his best to do new things within the restrictions of the Friday formula, which was mandated by the producers and investors. From my house. Zito studied the first 3 Fridays to make sure he'd give the fans what they wanted, and tried his best to do new things within the restrictions of the Friday formula, which was mandated by the producers and investors. From my research, Zito seems like he was an intentional, intelligent director who truly wanted to make the best Friday film he could. However, he was also a demanding perfectionist, and his quote-unquote investors. From my research, Zito seems like he was an intentional, intelligent director who truly wanted to make the best Friday film he could. However, he was also a demanding perfectionist.
Oh, James's new assistant Ben is in the chat. Yep. We have said goodbye to Veronica, who was fantastic and was with us for 15, 16 months. And now Ben's here. Benjamin spelled with a Y. We just call him Ben. He's great. He is on his Friday was his first day where he was with Veronica. Then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. He's on his 4th day of work. 3rd day by himself. He was going to come in today, and then I texted him at 7:30 and was like, hey, Chelsea's throwing up. Maybe don't come in. Gotta keep an eye out on my phone, by the way, in case Chelsea messages me. I'm going to let her know. She's sleeping now, but I'm going to message her and say, hey, I'm editing on stream, but let me know if you need anything. Heart. Thanks, Coke Man. Thank you, 81-3. What's my favorite year of Dead Meat? Not year 1. I feel like year 2 and 3 were kind of like exciting. Year 2 especially was like this fresh, like, holy shit, this is getting big. Whereas year 3 and 4 have been more, wait, we're in year 5 now? I guess year 3 was also similarly very exciting, and year 4 definitely felt like a easing into a plateau type thing. But I don't know, man.
However, he was also a demanding perfectionist, and his quote-unquote tough love eventually led to conflict with some of his cast, even though they were just as serious about making the film.
We all just wanted to make it as good as we could make it.
Zito hired making the film.
We all just wanted to make it as good as we could make it.
Zito hired Barry Cohen to quickly...
Barry Cohen or Barney Cohen? Is it both? Fuck. Friday, the final chapter writer. Barney Cohen. Fuck. Got that name wrong. All right. That's some ADR. It unfortunately lines up with when you hired me. Wait, what, Josh? What lines up with when? Oh, like the year. No, Josh. I don't know what I would be doing without you, man. Without the whole editing team. You and Bree and Zoran and Mike. The channel would... I would not be a person without you guys.
Make it.
Zito hired Barry Cohen to quickly write a script, and together they tried to make their teenage victims more empathetic and real. These kids are certainly more believable as a group of friends than in part 3, where the stoners stick out like a head waiting to be decapitated, but in the end, they're still just young, attractive teens who visit Crystal Lake wanting to have sex. And boy, do they want to have sex. You think Chris Higgins is...
Why is this clip being like this? Okay, is that all I had to do?
You think Chris Higgins' friends were bad?
Sex, sex, sex.
Nah, these teens do...
I guess let's get the rest of that line. Good, Unlobo. Glad I could help in some way.
Sex, sex. You guys are getting boring. You know that? You know that?
Friends were bad?
Sex, sex.
His friends were bad. Sex.
Fuck. Come on. Am I live streaming online? Am I going to... what?
His friends were bad. Sex. You guys are getting boring, you know that? Nah, these teens do nothing but talk about fucking. This is the horniest Friday the 13th by far. Take away that camp counselor job, and there's nothing for them to do but be horny.
I always find it funny when there are two masks, because like how there are like two boobs. So I'm gonna switch to full screen to make it two masks. Like it's kind of like how it's two boobs. You know? There are two of them.
But be horny. It's a...
And there's a butt here. That was not censored. But now I have to censor. Little man butt here. Come on, little man butt. Get under the mask. The way this guy fucking swings on a rope into the lake naked, I'm just like, oh, you're gooch, dude.
It's a little exhausting. Shaking a little exhausting.
Okay. I think we're good there. There we go. Nothing like a lake water enema. Ooh, man, that's how you get intestines eaten by bacteria.
Them to do but be horny. It's a little exhausting. Shaking things up is the presence of the Jarvis family. Mama Tracy, older sister Trish, and younger brother Tommy, played by a 12-year-old Corey Feldman at the beginning of his career. Feldman would be one of the biggest child stars of the 80s before his career was upended by a troubled personal life, which saw him as both a victim and an abuser. That's all I can say about that here. The character Tommy Jarvis is one of Friday's greatest assets. He'll have his own trilogy, kick some...
Oh, it's freaking out now.
He'll have his own trilogy, kick some serious ass, and wear a bomber jacket like a motherfucker. He's a great
Thanks, Anthony Stamps. Thank you. Appreciate that.
He's a great foil for Jason Voorhees, and his story begins here, as an adolescent who happens to wind up getting too close to horny.
Ah, I think that's more butt. I think that's more butt. Just a little bit of butt. I'm not even going to switch to full screen for this butt. Like, fuck off, YouTube. If you want to get me... If you want to yell at me for this blurry butt, you can fuck off. There we go.
Getting too close to horny.
I can't imagine editing a 20-minute video. I wish this one was 20 minutes. This is a 30-minute video.
Wind up getting too close to horny.
I'm hoping that this is the longest that these episodes get. I'm hoping that there's not... They can't get longer than this, right?
Wind up getting too close to horny.
There's so much behind the scenes information that I want to include. I'm hoping that I'm not going overboard with it.
Too close to
but I think it's pretty interesting anyway.
Sucks for him, man. Sucks for him, man. Jason's like a magnet to horny teens, and that little bastard is sitting on an iron mine. YouTube tends to get antsy about so much TNA, so let me cover my A with a sponsor for today's episode. RECOUNT earbuds are an excellent way to today's episode. RECOUNT earbuds are an excellent way to deliver amazing sound
Thanks,
into
Parker.
your ear holes at half the price of other premium audio brands. Chelsea and I literally use them every day, whether it's to listen to podcasts while cleaning the house, to listen to music while working out, or to listen to relaxing soundscapes while zoning out and petting our little Lucy cat. Damn fine way to relax right there. Especially
Hoping to record new footage of this
Lucy cat.
where Lucy is more cooperative, because
Yeah,
here
fine way to
she's
relax
clearly
right
trying to get away.
there. Especially since Raycons come with various gel tips for your comfort and don't stick out of your ears like some other brands. Raycons have a 32-hour battery life, meaning I can use them for all the long phone calls I have to do while handling business. They've also got a 45-day happiness guarantee, so you've really got nothing to lose. Try them for 15% off today by going to buyraycon.com/deadmeat. That's buyraycon.com/deadmeat for 15% off your order today. When I originally ranked the Friday franchise, I put the final chapter as my number 1, saying it was the best version of the first 4 films. I've changed my opinion, and this movie would probably be more in the middle now.
Oh,
As
come
much
on,
as I
come on.
enjoy Crispin Glover's dance moves, most of the characters aren't all that memorable.
Come on,
Kills,
Premiere.
on the other hand, well, to end
Jesus.
Jason once and for all, Zito brought in the man who did effects for him on The Prowler.
Is that a
Tom
legit
Savini,
cigar or a
who
prop
personally
cigar? It's a
designed
legit
Little
cigar,
Swamp
but it's,
Boy
you know, it would
I
fucking
created a monster,
crumble.
and I get to kill it.
Let's
Come
see
on.
what
It would fucking crumble even if I dropped it like on the carpet. It's so old and dried now. I have another one in the wrapper in case I ever need a backup one, but I'm like, no one cares if it's this dried up real one. People going through the window. I know it happens in Friday 1. Does it happen in Friday 3 also, right? Yeah, because I think yeah. Rick gets thrown through the window.
saying it was the best saying it was the best version of the first 4. It was the best saying it was the best version of the first.
Thanks, Chris Clancy. Do I ever get recognized when I go back to Detroit? I've only been to Detroit probably once recently, in June for Father's Day. We walked around the city a bit. No one recognized me. It's it generally doesn't happen outside of horror conventions or like Comic-Con or places where you might expect it to happen more. Sometimes it'll happen out and about in actual public, but not often. YouTube is already like a famous, like you're famous on YouTube. Most people don't fucking care. But then the fact that even among larger YouTube channels, I feel like we kind of go under the radar because horror itself is its own niche thing that not everyone pays attention to or respects. So, I feel like I'm a niche of a niche celebrity. Huge air quotes on that. So I don't expect any kind of recognition like that. And that's fine. That is fine. Honestly, makes things easier. Thanks, Ben. Just need a lower third for the original Friday. Man, I guess I can just edit this one. No, we probably won't make it to any other conventions immediately. Our October is really busy already. So we'll do Son of Monsterpalooza, and that's probably it.
was the best version of the first 4 films. I've changed my opinion. Saying it was the best version of the first 4 films. I've changed my opinion, and this movie would probably be more in the middle now. As much as I enjoy Crispin Glover's dance moves, most of the characters aren't all that memorable. The kills, on the other hand? Well, to end Jason once and for all, Zito brought in the man who did effects for him on The Prowler. Who did effects for him.
These are just legs, right? Yeah. Let's go ahead and scooch that up a little bit. I guess there's still a little butt cheek in there, but whatever.
And who did effects for him on The Prowler, Tom Savini, who personally designed Little Swamp Boy Jason.
I created the monster.
I hate that the music in the background of this clip is so fucking loud. And
Boy Jason.
I created the monster.
Jason. Little Swamp Boy Jason.
I created the monster, and I get the kill.
Let's see what Gore Daddy brought home for this.
The kill.
Let's see what Gore.
And I get the kill.
Let's see what Gore Daddy brought home for this false finale and get to the kills.
cool. Intro done.
The kills. The movie begins with a previously on delivered to us by Paul Holt. Paul Holt!
Ooh, that's loud. Yep, that's just super loud and blown out. Whoops. Do I have a version that's not blown out?
Paul Holt! Paul Holt! Paul Holt! Paul Holt!
Nope. They're all blown out. What's this one?
Paul Holt!
Oh, that one's not.
Paul Holt!
Gotta lower my...
Cops on the scene.
Gotta remember to lower my volume next time I record.
Paul Holt! Delivered to us by Paul Holt. Paul Holt! Delivered to us by Paul Holt. Paul Holt! I mean, this movie.
Is that Paul Holt? That's how it should be said. Paul Holt.
Paul Holt!
Like that. Fuck. All those are blown out, though.
Paul Holt! Paul Holt! Paul Holt! Paul Holt!
So many Paul Holts.
Paul Holt! Paul Holt!
I have to ADR that one.
The movie begins with a previously on delivered to us by Paul Holt. Paul Holt! I mean, this movie did come out nearly 2 whole years after part 3. Better remind people of all the stuff they've seen before. I love when it shows Vicky's death as though Paul Holt is talking about it, even though she's sitting right next to him. Thankfully, even though she's talking about it, even though she's sitting right next to him. Thankfully, it's less than 3 minutes until we get our title card. Wait, title card. Yo, behind you. Oh God, it's the final chapter! With a pyro entrance, and surely some inventive opening credits. Till we get our title card. Wait, title card. Yo, behind you. Oh God, it's the final chapter! With a pyro entrance. Our title card. Wait. Title card. Wait, title card. Yo, behind you. Wait. Title card. Wait, title card. Yo, behind you. Oh God, it's the final chapter! With a pyro. Till we get our title card. Wait, title card. Yo, behind you. Oh God, it's the final. Wait, title card. Yo. Title card. Wait, title card. Yo, behind you. Oh God, it's the final chapter! With a pyro entrance, and surely some inventive opening credits. And surely behind you. Oh God, it's the final chapter! With the pyro entrance. entrance, and surely some inventive opening credits. Never mind, back to basics. At least for this one, Harry Manfredini wrote new music. Part 3 mostly recycled its score from the first two films, but here Manfredini's adding a lot, like with these horns.
Love it.
Like with these horns. Adding a lot, like with these horns. Sounding like a Bond song and shit. We come out with these horns. Sounding like a Bond song and shit. We come out of the opening credits into a fucking budget. Check out that whirly bird. And this opening shot, which was the last thing filmed for the movie. It was done by having a Steadicam operator standing on a crane, which was then lowered to the ground so he could step off and continue the shot. The shot ends in the... Check out that whirly bird.
Crane, 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 crane. Stepping off. Okay.
And this opening shot, which was the last thing filmed for the movie.
Shit.
It was done by having a Steadicam.
Blow, blow, blow. How do I want to do this?
Credits into a fucking budget. Check out that whirly bird. And this opening shot, which was the last thing filmed for the movie. It was done...
Fuck. Huh. Let me see here.
That whirly bird. And this opening shot, which was the last thing filmed for the movie. It was done by having a Steadicam operator standing on a crane, which was then lowered...
I see.
Lowered to the ground so he could step...
I'm trying to, like, I would like to illustrate.
Which was then lowered to the ground so he could step off.
Like, that's the moment he steps off, and I would love to illustrate that, but I worry that maybe Josh's edit is the correct one, because this is kind of boring to watch for this long.
Check out that whirly bird. And this opening shot, which was the last thing filmed for the movie. It was done by having a Steadicam operator standing on a crane, which was then lowered to the ground so he could step off and...
Let's see. Nothing else was working? Wait, what's going on? Jordan, James, please give us a fin. Oh, yeah. Let me pin that message. Can you... oh, Jordan did a fucking super chat. There you go. There you go. Jordan, don't super chat me. Come on.
To the ground so he could step off and continue the shot. The shot ends in the barn where the J-Man lies.
Okay, so here we'll do... Get all the way to the barn, I guess. Wow, that's going to be at, like...
Right where Chris Higgins left.
Oops.
Left him. The cops are... Chris Higgins left him. The cops are...
Okay, that kind of works. Let's see.
Into a fucking budget. Check out that whirly bird. And this open...
Okay, and then I always like to specify when I'm playing the footage fast so that people don't think that it's actually how it is. So, let's say footage shown at 130% speed up until it gets to here. And then, I guess I could have just done this. Footage shown at 1,250% speed. All right, let's see how this looks.
of the opening credits into a fucking budget. Check out that whirly bird and this opening shot, which was the last thing filmed for the movie. It was done by having a Steadicam operator standing on a crane, which was then lowered to the ground so he could step off and continue the shot. The shot ends in the barn where the J-Man lies, right where Chris Higgins left him. The cops on the scene confirm my kill counting for part 3.
This time he got 7 kids and 3 bikers.
Yep, that's exactly what I got.
This time they got
For part 3.
This time he got 7. This time he got 7 kids.
Squirrely bird.
Part 3.
This time he got 7 kids and 3 bikers.
Part 3.
This time he got 7 kids and 3 bikers.
Yep, that's exactly what I got.
This time he got 7 kids and 3 bikers.
Yep, that's exactly what I got.
This time they got him.
Exactly what I got.
This time they got him. They got him.
Oh, except for that. Oh, except for that. Might want to hold off there. Jason supposedly off there. Oh, except for that. Might want to hold off there. Jason
Blow, 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 blow. No, I don't edit this all myself. I'm just doing the last pass. Many hours of work done by my editors. Thanks, 81 to 3. Thoughts on the Dead Meat Wiki? It's cool that it exists. One thing that bums me out is that for the movies, the descriptions are just taken from like IMDb or some shit. I almost wish that the kill count script was just used to go there. I don't know.
They got him.
Oh, except for that. Might want to hold off there. Jason
I also always envisioned like a Dead Meat Wiki having like information on the stuff in the background of the videos, but like what props are in the background or I don't know.
Jason's supposedly dead body is taken to the hospital where, what, is that meant to be Chris Higgins with her parents there? Okay. In the morgue, Mortician Axel does that whole eat around dead bodies thing, that horror
Fuck, I wanted examples of this. Can anyone else name horror movies where a coroner is eating? I feel like I always see it and then I'm like, oh, it's happening, but I can't note. I think it happens in Terrifier. I don't know if it happens in Saw. I feel like there was something that Chelsea and I watched kind of recently that had it. I don't think Tony Todd's eaten anything in Final Destination. Like, Terrifier, I'm pretty sure. Arachnophobia? Is that... Yeah. That might be like what Chelsea and I watched.
does that whole eat around dead bodies thing, that horror movie Mortician. Horror movie Morticians.
Oh, it's coroners, not morticians. Fuck. More ADR. Cool.
Dead bodies thing, that horror movie Morticians always seem to do. Axel.
Okay, so I can use Terrifier and Arachnophobia there. Okay. I don't have Arachnophobia ripped, so I'll have to do that. Thank you, Motorcycle. Thank you, Jamestown. Thank you, Gabby. My dumb statement. Oh, you're in Texas? Yeah. Come on, Terrifier. Oops, wrong bin. This should be in. Fuck. Man, I did not get a lot of sleep last night. All right, Terrifier. That's near the end, right?
Won't be installed to Doc. Severe and probably doesn't have teeth. You can do that result. So she's
like it's just
I thought he was eating something. Oh. That's not a good shot. Is that it? Ah, fuck. I thought he was like eating something. Shit. All right, well, I'm going to need other options on that.
That horror movie morticians always seem to do. Axel's a nasty motherfucker too. Talking about a dead girl he says is cute.
All you gotta do is go over there, take off your pants.
Nice talk, real nice talk.
As much as
Maybe we can get even more of that conversation in here.
Real cute girl.
Who's slacking me? Josh, it's your day off. It best not be you. I see it. I see it, Josh. I know it's you, buddy. Tammy and the T-Rex. Not a coroner, but... Thank you, Josh. Go take your day off, dude. Card King. Oh, the coroner and Jason Goes to Hell eats Jason's heart, so kinda.
he says is cute.
Real cute girl. Was.
Well, she still is. All you gotta Well, she still is. All you gotta do is go over.
Leave Josh alone. He wants to be helpful. No, there are laws I have to follow that say Josh is not allowed to work 7 days in a row. And today is his off day to avoid, as we call it, his Samara day. So he is legally mandated to not help me.
He says is cute.
Real cute girl. Was.
Well, she still is. All you gotta do is go over there, take off your pants.
Nice talk, real nice talk.
As much as Axel's into dead chicks and weird aerobics porn, his preferred outlet for horniness is Nurse Morgan. Nurse R. Morgan, I believe in a reference to Robbie Morgan, who played Annie, one of the first victims of the series. But keep Morgan, who played Annie, one of the first victims of the series. But keep it in your pants for a mo there, Axel.
Oh, no. This should be...
But keep it in your pants for a mo there, Axel. Morgan wants to give us this movie.
Doesn't he like try to make out with her and shit?
You got the curse? You got the curse? I'm so glad you could come.
Axel, you are the Super Bowl of self-abuse. I just came to watch the news.
There we go.
I'm so glad you could come.
Axel, you...
But keep it in your pants for a mo there, Axel. Morgan wants to... But keep it in your pants for a mo there, Axel. Morgan wants
Is there a better...
Morgan wants...
Look, my voice is kind of cracking on that.
You know, I make fun of the recap. But keep it in your pants for a mo there.
Yeah.
But keep it in your pants for a mo there, Alec. But keep it in your pants.
Yeah, that keep it is real scratchy there.
Of the series. But keep it in your pants for a mo there, Alec. Morgan pants for a mo there. Pants for a mo there, Axel. Morgan wants the series. But keep it victims of the series. But keep it in your pants for a mo there, Axel. Morgan wants to give us this movie's daily
Keep it in your butt. That's funny.
Morgan wants to give us this movie's daily Jason news update. You know, I make daily Jason news update. You know, I make fun of the recaps and everything, but I appreciate that this franchise, right from the beginning, is committed to its own history, even if it gets
Am I going to try and get the Fear Street Part 2 kill count back up? There's not much I can do. My people will reach out to Netflix and do what they do. But, you know, when they reached out for Part 1, I don't think we really got anywhere on it. I had to edit a version of that video that avoided getting blocked. So, which, by the way, I wouldn't be surprised if Fear Street Part 1 gets blocked again, because the current upload that is out there has never been copyright claimed or blocked. I edited it in a way to avoid those, but it could get manually reviewed and claimed. So don't be surprised if that disappears too at some point.
own history, even if it gets details wrong sometimes. Excellent.
Why wasn't this pushed?
To its own history, even if it gets details wrong sometimes. Excellent. To its own history, even if it gets details wrong sometimes. Axel and Morgan are just about to get busy playing doctor when Jason's hand joins the fun and provokes a passionate sermon.
Jesus Christmas! Jesus!
When Jason's hand joins the fun and provokes a passionate sermon.
Jesus Christmas! Holy Jesus goddamn! Holy Jesus jumping Christmas shit!
Amen. Axel.
Thanks, Taylor. Favorite killing movie. I thought it was favorite Thanksgiving movie. Blood Rage.
Jumping Christmas shit! Christmas shit!
Amen.
Street Trash, Lots of Food, Arachnophobia, BLT, Dead Alive. Thanks, Carter. I'm going to copy and paste that message and look those things up. Thanks.
Christmas shit!
Amen. Axel provokes a passionate sermon.
Jesus Christ!
Passionate sermon.
Jesus Christmas! Holy Jesus goddamn! Holy Jesus jumping Christmas shit!
Amen. Axel puts Jason in an icebox without seeing the breath coming from the so-called corpse. As soon as he's back to his spandex spanking, Jason comes from behind and murders him with a bone saw. And y'all, he twists the head around. Savini's back, bitches! For this kill, they used a medical saw with a semicircle cutout pressed against actor Bruce Mahler's neck. Mahler would have to struggle, but not so much as to give it away, while blood was pumped in from behind the saw. Though a dummy was made for the kill, I don't think the final cut uses it, since that last shot simply has Mahler turned around with a false body facing forward. Jason wastes no time killing Nurse Morgan next, grabbing her by the neck and pinning her up against the wall, then slitting open her torso with a scalpel. Goddamn! Originally, this kill would have had blood dripping down the nurse's leg, but the tube came loose and made it look like she was peeing blood instead. That sounds like less of a Jason problem and more of a kidney stone thing. For the final blood dripping down the nurse's leg, but blood dripping down the nurse's leg, but the tube came loose and made it look like she was peeing blood instead. That sounds like less of a That sounds like less of a Jason problem and more of a kidney stone thing. For the final chapter, Jason was played by Ted motherfucking White. Ted White was played by For the final chapter, Jason was played by Ted motherfucking White. Ted White is very possibly my favorite Jason Voorhees. Dude was 57 when he played the J-Man, having already done stunts for decades, doubling for actors like John Wayne, Clark Gable, and Rock Hudson. This Texas-bred badass stayed in character and kept to himself on set, but at the same time took great care to keep his inexperienced younger co-stars safe.
The young people we had in the cast were some of the greatest kids that I've ever worked with.
Fuck, I love Ted White so much. That guy is so great.
Younger co-stars safe.
The young people we had in the cast were some of the greatest kids that I've ever worked with, and I've worked with a lot of young kids in the business. But what they went through to make this movie was unbelievable. Just unbelievable what they went through for the amount of money they were making. Greatest kids that I've ever worked with, and I've worked with a lot of young kids in the business. Young kids in the business. Just unbelievable. In the business. Just unbelievable what they went through for the amount of money they were making.
White's
what they went through for the amount of money they were making.
White's Jason.
Amount of money they were making.
White's Jason movie.
Well, welcome, Tribe Empire.
Business. Just unbelievable what they went through. Worked with, and I've worked with a lot of young kids in the business. Just unbelievable kids in the business. I've worked with a lot of young kids in the business. Just unbelievable what they went through. A lot of young kids in the business. Just unbelievable what they went through for the amount of money they were making.
White's Jason moves faster than Part 3's hunched-over loafer played by Richard Brooker. He also feels more intelligent than the trapped animal Brooker sometimes seemed like.
Well, I did change it. I changed it to where I moved faster, and I tried to make the kills a little swifter.
White didn't care about matching the previous guys. He didn't even want the job in the first place and only took it for the money. As per his request, his name wasn't included in the credits. He came to love his part in the series, though, and still attends conventions, where he often jokes about how old he is since now he's 95.
I'm what's left of Ted White.
Talk to him if you get the chance. Talk to him.
I do like Kane Hodder's Jason. It's a close second, and honestly, ask me a different day of the week, it would probably be 1 and 2. Like, it doesn't matter. Those two are my favorite two.
Where he often jokes about how
when it's videos like this, I do want them to be sourced. So I guess this will be
All right.
Oh, yeah, Chelsea interviewing Jeremy Ray Taylor from It. Forgot about that. Texas Frightmare Weekend 2018 featuring Found Flicks, and that came out 6/17/2018.
Jokes about how old he is, since now he's 95.
And what's left of Ted White?
Talk 5.
And what's
95.
and what's left of Ted White?
Talk to him if you get the chance to. The dude is an absolute delight. I just wanted to ask you what your favorite stunt in the final chapter was.
Getting paid.
Now, remember...
Oh man, what a cool guy. Yeah, I mean, here he'd be 92, because this was 3 years ago now, but yeah, he is now 95 years old. Fucking love it. Wow, that video almost has 1 million views. The convention videos don't usually do that well. Maybe it's because Kane Hodder's on the cover. Monsterpalooza 2018, and that was June 3rd, 2018. I had 2 convention videos within fucking 2 weeks of each other. That's nuts. Wow. Jesus. Christmas. Holy shit.
Talk to him if you get the chance to. The dude is an absolute delight. I just wanted to ask you what your favorite... The dude is an absolute delight. I just wanted to ask you what your favorite stunt in the final chapter was. Dude is an absolute delight. I just wanted to ask you what your favorite stunt in the final chapter...
Oh, hey, I'm wearing that shirt in this episode.
...chapter was.
Getting paid.
Now, remember when I said you'll see a whole lot of camps and houses around Crystal Lake? Well, I guess this whole... Crystal Lake? Well, I guess this whole time... around Crystal Lake? Well, I guess... around Crystal Lake? Well, I guess this...
There's like a weird, like, well...
Well, I guess...
well...
Guess... Well, I...
Yeah.
Well, I guess...
I'll just take this well. That there.
Around Crystal Lake? Well, I guess this whole... Well, I guess this...
Yeah, there we go.
Now, remember when I said you'll see a whole lot of camps and houses around Crystal Lake? Well, I guess this whole time, the Jarvis family has lived there. Fitness-oriented mother and daughter. Jarvis family has lived there. Fitness-oriented mother and daughter, Tracy and Trish, and their alien son brother. I know, that's a person. It's Tommy Jarvis. He made this mask, which... I know, that's a person. It's Tommy Jarvis. He made this mask, which, like, I call bullshit. I don't care. Which, like, he made this mask, which, like, I call bullshit. I don't... He made this mask, which, like, I call bullshit. I don't care how smart and nerdy you are. You ain't making these things at 12. But Tommy Jarvis is named after Tom Savini, so of course he'd be a master at effects. Director Joe Zito thought a kid character would be new and interesting, and though he was worried Corey Feldman might be too small, Feldman won him over with how much he wanted the role.
They couldn't contain him. His agents were trying to negotiate, but, you know, Corey kept saying, oh, I'm gonna do this, I want to do this, I'll do whatever I have to do. So, you know, it sort of hurt their position.
There's a house next door to the Jarvises, which has just been rented by 6 friends on their way there now. The friends are Crispin Glover, his sex pest bro, and these 4. Crispin Glover as Jimmy and Lawrence Monason as Ted are given the most screen time, as well as a running bit that revolves around Jimmy's little Jimmy.
You're a dead fuck. What? A dead fuck? A lousy lay.
A wilted bee stem, you know.
God.
You know. A wilted bee stem, you know.
God, I'm...
You know. Jimmy's little Jimmy.
You're a dead fuck. What? A dead fuck? What? A dead fuck? A lousy lay.
A wilted bee stem, you know.
God, I'm horny. God, I'm horny.
Oh, we know. And if you like the Oh, we know. And if you like the
Horny.
Oh, we know. And if you like Oh, we know. Oh, we know. And if you like the dead You know.
God, I'm horny.
Oh, we know.
Thank you, Luke Simpson, for the donation.
Oh, we know. A wilted bee stem. We know. 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 You know. We 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 know. You know.
God,
We know. We know.
Maybe that. What was my favorite kill count video I've ever done? Bloody Birthday, probably.
I'm horny.
We know. We know. We know.
Horny.
We know. We know. Oh, we. A wilted bee stem. You know.
God, I'm horny.
We know. We know. And if you. We know. We know. And if you like the dead.
All right, that should be the right timing.
Lousy lay.
A wilted bee stem. You know.
God, I'm horny.
We know. We know. And if you like the.
Maybe one more less frame here.
We know. We know. And if you like
No, that's a little rushed. I think this is it.
Lay.
A wilted bee stem. You know.
God, I'm horny.
We know. We know. And if you like the dead fuck joke, well, you're in great luck, folk.
Dead.
Well, you're in great luck, folk.
Dead fuck.
Fuck joke. Well. Wilted bee stem. You know.
God, I'm horny.
We know. We know. And if you like the dead fuck joke, well, you're in great luck, folk.
Dead fuck. Dead fuck. He thinks that's...
Wish there was one more dead fuck.
Dead fuck joke, well, you're in great luck, folk.
Dead fuck. Dead fuck. He thinks that's funny. He thinks that's a funny thing he's doing.
He certainly does. I'm the
He's doing.
fuck, folk.
Dead fuck. Dead fuck. Dead fuck. Dead fuck. Dead fuck. Dead fuck. He thinks that's funny. Dead fuck. He thinks that's funny. He thinks that's a funny thing he's doing.
He certainly does.
Thing he's doing.
He certainly
No, cut off a bit too much there.
He thinks it's a funny thing he's doing.
He certainly does. On their way to the lake house.
Thanks, Jake Ear.
He certainly does. On their way to the lake house, the kids pass the roadside grave of Mrs. Voorhees. This tombstone is the first time we learn her first name was Pamela. She was only known as Mrs. Voorhees for the first 3 films. The horny wagon also passes by a hitchhiker who has no lines but does get to eat a banana. That's free crafty.
I love bananas.
Yeah, they're great.
Bananas.
Free crafty.
I love bananas.
Yeah, they're great. Yeah, they're great.
Thanks, Iron Spine.
Yeah, they're great. Yeah, they're good. Me too.
I kind of like that. Thanks, Riley Hurst.
Me too. That's free crafty.
I love bananas.
Me too.
Oh, this is why I bought the banana, says Ben. Yes, that is the kind of task you have to look forward to, being the dead meat assistant of, hey, I'm about to shoot this episode and I need a banana, so could you run out and get me a banana? To be fair, I do preface it with, hey, this is a really stupid request and I'm sorry I'm asking you to do this, but...
That's free crafty.
I love bananas.
Me too. Before she can... That's free crafty.
I love bananas.
Me too. Before she can get...
like a little chomp sound effect.
Bananas.
Me too. Before she can get herself all that potassium, though, Jason comes up and stabs her. Before she can get herself all that potassium, though, Jason comes up and stabs her through the neck. Jason was played by Tom Savini here, so I'm holding him accountable for the murder of this banana. This kill was done in broad daylight, which meant they couldn't hide the makeup effects in the dark. A flexible metal blade was curved around actor Bonnie Hellman's neck and then pushed through a latex neck cover while blood was pumped through a tube. In post-production, they color-treated the film to better match the latex to the real skin. The kids arrive at their house after dark, interrupting this Jarvis sandwich next door. Trish, Tommy, and their good boy Gordon go next door to meet the kids as Mama Jarvis stares menacingly through the window. This kind of works as a nod to Mrs. Voorhees, or I'm sorry, a nod to Pamela. But of course Tracy's gonna be disapproving of these kids. The Hornsters are giving free peep shows to Tommy, who reacts in the most believably excited adolescent way. Like I said, this movie's horny as hell. So let's bring in more chicks to get naked and have sex. Twins Tina and Terry, played by English identical twins Kamala and Carrie Moore, who at one point had...
Thanks, Luke Simpson. I still haven't seen Don't Breathe 2 either.
Kamala and Carrie Moore, who at one point had been Doublemint twins, but I can't track down their commercial. They joined most of the but I can't track down their commercial. They joined most of the cast getting naked for a group skinny dipping scene. Some of the male actors went bottomless out of solidarity for their topless and also bottomless female co-stars. Tommy...
That's gonna need a lot of work. Those need to be a whole lot bigger. I'll do those later.
Tommy ends up getting an eyeful of this flesh party, further jump-starting this kid's hormones and revving that puberty engine up. In real life, that's also exactly what was happening.
I get to do scenes
happening. that's also the engine up. In real life, that's also exactly what was happening.
I get to do scenes with boobies. Not much has changed.
He jokes about it there, but I'm kind of sad Feldman was exposed to and surrounded by this stuff at this early age, especially since he was going through some serious family issues at the time. The 12-year-old Feldman didn't think of himself as a kid and constantly wanted to hang out with the older cast members. Kimberly Beck, who plays his sister Trish, had experience as a child actor, so she took to being a big sister to Feldman in real life too. She even took him trick-or-treating on Halloween, the first day of production, during which they saw plenty of Jasons roaming around. Trish's car breaks.
Thank you, Chris Bay. There's no news. It's blocked.
Trish's car breaks down so bad.
Thank you, Reese Poirier. I really appreciate when I see people say that I'm a funny YouTuber. Because, like, when people are like, you're the best kill counter, or, like, you're the best horror YouTuber, I'm like, well, thank you. I'm glad you appreciate it. But, you know, the thing I'm really try, the most original thing that I do in my videos is my humor, so I appreciate that you like it.
Trish's car breaks down so bad that not even Tommy can fix it, and that kid's a boy genius. Remember the mask? Instead, they're helped by a suspicious camper guy named Rob. His small talk is just a fucking parade of red flags.
I didn't think anyone lived this deep in the woods.
We do.
Is there any kids, vacationers?
Flags.
I didn't think anyone lived this deep in the woods.
We do.
Is there any kids, vacationers, people like that?
Yeah, a bunch of kids moved in yesterday.
Trish, this is the 1980s. By now,
Kids moved in yesterday. A bunch of kids moved in yesterday.
Trish, this is the 1980s. By now, people know about serial killers. Be more careful. That means killers. Be more careful. Know about serial killers. Be more careful. That means don't bring this guy inside your house and let him go into the 12-year-old's room. Nah, I'm just playing. Rob's cool enough, I guess. Sure, let him camp out in the woods outside your home. Whatever. Next door. The 12-year-old's room. Nah, I'm just playing. Rob's cool enough, I guess. Sure.
So there's someone in the chat who keeps saying, can't wait to see a Texas Frightmare. Hey, Texas Frightmare this year. When I've already made it pretty clear that I'm not going. So I just feel like they're just trying to get my attention and for me to say their name, and I'm not going to. But clearly, you know, if you're here, you probably saw the YouTube post about me not going anymore.
Nah, I'm just playing. Rob's cool enough, I guess. Sure, let him camp out in the woods outside your home. Whatever. Sure, let him camp out in the woods outside your home. Whatever. Next door, the kids are engaging in ritualistic mating behaviors, including a dance that Crispin Glover came up with on his own. He reportedly would dance this way in clubs around LA, and it was so fucking weird the other actors couldn't stay in character during the first take they did.
We lost the first take because people were just so astounded by how it looked.
Glover was they did.
Oh, great, Josh. I didn't ask for that if you're still here, which you shouldn't be, unless you're doing this for fun. But I didn't ask for this sound up, but it's a good one. Thank you very much for including it.
Take they did.
We lost the first take because people were just so astounded by how it looked.
During the first take they did.
We lost the first
During the first take they did.
We lost the first take because people were just so astounded by how it looked.
Glover was picked by Zito because of how unique he was and kept mostly to himself on set, always the brooding artist. His career would really...
Oh, you said this was uploaded, so let me grab this file. Thanks, Sean, for president. I am excited for Scream 5 because it's radio silence. Literally the only reason I'm excited for that movie, because I trust those guys. I like them. They're good boys.
Rooting artist. His career would really take off the following year with Back to the Future, which also featured a small appearance by Lisa Freeman, who played Nurse Morgan. Samantha by Lisa Freeman.
This seems like a good place to do a dissolve.
By Lisa Freeman, who played the following year with Back to the Future, which also featured a small appearance by Lisa Freeman. Which also featured a small appearance by Lisa Freeman, who played Nurse Morgan. Samantha by Lisa Freeman, who played Freeman, who played Nurse featured a small appearance by Lisa Freeman, who played Nurse Morgan. Samantha, whose character likes to have the sex, is dating this doofus Paul, who's in the running for most forgettable character of the franchise. Shitty boyfriend, too. He ditches Sam for Tina the Twin.
You don't mind, do you?
Actually, I was thinking about taking
The Twin. Sam for Tina the Twin.
You don't mind, do you?
Actually, I was thinking about taking a little swim. Thinking about taking a little swim.
Dating this doofus Paul, who's in the running. Samantha, whose character likes to have the sex, is dating this doofus Paul, who's in the running for most forgettable character of the franchise. Shitty boyfriend, too. He ditches Sam for Tina the Twin.
You don't mind, do you?
Actually, I was thinking about
Tina the Twin.
You don't mind, do you?
Actually, I was thinking about taking
What's that like mooing in the background? So I was like, meow.
Ditches Sam for Tina the Twin.
You don't mind, do you?
Actually, I was thinking about taking a little swim.
Yo, a swim? That can only.
About taking a little swim.
Yo, a swim? That can only mean one thing in a movie this horny. A thing in a movie this horny. A totally senseless skinny dipping scene! And this one's not only a totally senseless skinny dipping scene! And this one's not only gratuitous, it was also gratuitous.
Here's the big scene, I would say. Or like the big, to me, it's the big scene. Definitely the one I spent a lot of time on in this episode.
And this one's not only gratuitous, it was also negligent. It wasn't filmed as a...
Oh, man. We're going to have a little workshop on censoring stuff.
Horny. A totally senseless skinny dipping scene! And this one's not only gratuitous, it was also negligent. It wasn't filmed as a closed set, so the entire crew was there, all standing around as 19-year-old actor Judy Aronson got naked. Co-star Barbara Howard says it was not done in a protective, sensitive way. Samantha Barbara Howard says
A titty workshop. Essentially, yes, we're gonna have a titty workshop. Is there a lower third of Barbara Howard for this one? Was she in this in Crystal Lake Memories? Let me check my rewrite notes. Friday for rewrite notes. Friday for rewrite notes. Howard, I guess. Barbara Howard. Ah, fuck. Did she not do any video? Huh, she might not have done any video stuff. That quote I know comes from the book. Oh. She was not. Thank you, Josh. Okay. Well, I guess then that's why you did what you did.
Judy Aronson got naked. Co-star Barbara Howard says it was not done in a protective, sensitive way. Samantha spends some freezing moments by herself in a raft in the lake and is killed when Jason pops up out of the water to stab her in the funny organ. So called because of the noise you make when you're stabbed there. Shooting this kill resulted in the movie's most infamous production tale.
What she had to go through, but, you know, all naked on a raft.
Filmed in December.
You know, all naked on a raft.
Filmed in December 1983, halfway through the 12-week shoot that was supposed to only be 6, Judy Aronson had to submerge herself in the cold water of the Franklin Canyon Reservoir. In a wetsuit from her waist down, she had her upper body through a hole in the raft. The blade would go through a fake torso behind her, its seam covered up by her hair. This took hours to arrange, and the scene was filmed from sundown to sunup.
There were points where I just felt like I couldn't go on anymore. They said, no, we have to finish.
Despite repeated requests, Zito wouldn't allow Aronson out of the water until Ted White threatened to quit the shoot if they didn't stop and warm her up. After that, the director and the Jason actor were on tense terms, while Judy Aronson got hypothermia and was sick for days. I love that White fought for her safety here, and though he once called Zito a bully who treated his actors like dirt, he's also judicious about the director's intentions.
Joe, of course, was not trying to be mean. He was trying to get a film made. Whether he was going a little too far with somebody else's feelings, I would say yes.
Back at the cabin, Sam's boyfriend Paul finally starts to feel guilty for taking some double mint delight. He heads out to find his gal and ends up stripping down to swim, except unlike her, he doesn't get all the way naked. After seeing her dead, he does get a death that's more painful on screen. Jason stabs him in the groin with a harpoon gun and pulls the trigger. What a sight that is. Actor Alan Hayes was suspended on a wire system for this kill, which they didn't necessarily get the hang of right away. With Paul gone, Tina needs another source of vitamin D, and this chick is so horny, she'll hook up with Jimmy, despite bearing witness to those dance moves. Notably, she is not so horny.
I will include the dance moves again, because fuck it. Oh man, so many people asking about the Fear Street kill count. And I'm not being like, oh man, you fucking idiots. It's just like, yep, I knew they would, and I just got bad news.
This chick is so horny, she'll hook up with Jimmy, despite bearing witness to those dance moves. Notably, she is not so horny that she'll settle for Ted. Probably because earlier, that creep was grabbing her by the neck and shit. Oh man, and look at Terry after Tina takes Jimmy upstairs.
Oh my god, she looks so sad.
Man, look at Terry. Look at Oh man, and look at Terry after Tina takes Jimmy upstairs. A face of total resignation at the fact that she's stuck with his asshole now. That is just the saddest sit down I've ever seen. Can you prove her wrong and behave any better, Ted?
Want to give Teddy Bear a kiss?
Come on, dude. She definitely heard you say that to her sister already.
Want to give Teddy Bear a kiss?
You're so...
Kiss?
Behave any better, Ted?
Want to give Teddy Bear a kiss?
Come on.
What's my favorite? Get to the numbers. Either Tales from the Hood 2 or Psycho Gorman, probably.
Better, Ted?
Want to give Teddy Bear a kiss?
Come on, dude. She definitely heard you say that to her sister already.
Want to give Teddy Bear a kiss?
You're so bad at this, Ted. Ted eventually finds some ye oldie time porn, and while he fixates on that, Jimmy gets the real deal upstairs with Tina. Terry's tired of all this bullshit and would like to please go home now, please, but Tina says to leave without her, so Terry heads out in the rain by herself. There, Jason spears her during a lightning flash in one of the best and most creative off-screen kills I've ever seen. Unlike the next one that happens, with poor Mama Jo herself. There, Jason spears her during a lightning flash in one of the best and most creative off-screen kills I've ever seen. Unlike the next one that happens, with poor Mama Jarvis, after she gets home to find that her kids aren't there. She looks for them inside and outside the house, and is killed off-screen with a look of terror on her face. Originally, and is killed off-screen with a look of terror on her face. Originally, we would have seen more of Tracy Jarvis's death in an ending pitched by producer Frank Mancuso Jr. and moneyman Phil Scuderi. The morning after everything ended, Trish would go upstairs and find her mom's dead body in the tub. The nightmare would then be revealed as a full-on hallucination. Really glad they didn't use that. This series did not...
Ah, man. Okay.
...in the tub. The nightmare would then be full-on upstairs and find her mom's dead body in the tub. The nightmare with mom's dead body in the tub. The nightmare would then be revealed as a full-on hallucination. Really glad they didn't use that. Trish would go upstairs and find her mom's dead body in the tub. The nightmare would then be revealed as a full-on hallucination. Really glad for everything ended, Trish would go upstairs and find her mom's dead body in the tub. The nightmare would go upstairs and find her mom's dead body in the tub. The nightmare would then be revealed as a full-on hallucination. Really glad they didn't use that. This series...
My microphone kind of fell off its little cage thing here. Sorry about that. I can get that fixed. Come on. Okay, there we go.
use that. This series did not need a fourth dream
God, part 3 sucks. Thank you, Travis Schultz. Yeah, of course. I've mentioned the Dead Meat Shorts channel before. My new assistant has become Christina's new best friend. Yeah, how's that?
Sequence ending. Trish sequence ending.
All right, I'm gonna need lower thirds for the other movies. Man, remember when I didn't even like do these lower thirds or anything? Just it's little stuff like this that adds a lot to the workload of the kill count, but I think that makes it way better. I've like seen some earlier kill counts recently where, you know, these aren't there, and I'm like, but how would you know where the footage is from and stuff?
Didn't use that. This series did not need a fourth dream sequence ending. Trish and Tommy get back home to find their house deserted and dark. Trish heads out in the pouring rain in an oversized men's shirt wrapped in a belt, looking for the tent camping hitchhiker man she met earlier that day. Oh, there he is. What the hell are you looking for the belt? Looking for the tent camping hitchhiker man. She met earlier that day. Oh. Looking for the tent camping hitchhiker man she met earlier that day. Oh, there he is. What the hell are you doing here?
What are you trying to do? Kill me?
I mean,
Kill me?
hey. Oh, there he is. What the hell are you doing? There he is.
He's so cold. That actor is so cold there.
Oh, there he is. What the hell are you doing here?
What are you trying to do? Kill me?
I mean, in most cases, yes, Trish. That's exactly what he'd be doing. You've got to be more careful. You've got to what he'd be doing. You've got to be more careful. Rob reveals.
Thanks, Ants Montana, which is a fantastic fucking name. Ants Montana. I love that.
Kill me?
I mean, in most cases, yes, Trish. That's exactly what.
Trying to do? Kill me?
I mean, in most cases, yes, Trish. That's exactly what he'd be doing. You've got to be more careful. Rob reveals his backstory, which is another strand of continuity for these films. He's here hunting Jason because he killed his younger sister, Sandra. She's not shown in a flashback, but Sandra was the underage chick in part 2 who got impaled in bed with a spear. I love this stupid, needless connection so much. I don't even...
How'd that work?
Bed with a spear. I love this stupid...
Thank you, Duskwolf.
Needless connection so much. I don't even care that it doesn't make sense timeline-wise. Rob likely...
Jeff who? Fidel Cashflow.
Timeline-wise. Rob likely wouldn't know his sister was dead, or have time to start hunting Jason. Sandra was...
Jeff Cooper?
Or have time to start hunting Jason. Sandra was killed on Friday the 13th. Jason had his 3D adventure on Saturday the 14th. And the final chapter immediately follows part 3, making today, Sunday the 15th, only 2 days after Sandra was killed. Parts 2, 3, and 4 take place over a single weekend. I feel like a lot of people don't realize that. With his love...
Oh, Jeff Zuschlag.
Like a lot of people don't
yeah,
realize
dude.
that.
He was just over my house. I'm getting brunch with him on Sunday. Yeah, we went to college together. He just got engaged.
Place over a single weekend. I feel like a lot of people don't realize that. With his lovemaking complete, Jimmy puts a period on his character arc.
Wish I had dead. Fuck. Wish I had dead.
His character arc.
Wish I had dead.
Period on his character arc.
Wish I had dead. Fuck.
No, I did not go to Lincoln Park schools. I went to Southgate schools. School choice.
Period on his character arc.
Wish I had dead. Fuck.
Tina says character arc.
Wish I had dead. Fuck.
Tina says, nah, they kiss real gross for too long. Oh, way too long. Oh, God, it's so bad. And then too long. Oh.
Thank you, Mayman.
Says, nah, they kiss real gross for too long. Oh, way too long. Oh, God, it's so bad. And then Jimmy excuses himself to go panty brag to Ted. He grabs a celebratory bottle of wine, but finds himself lacking the means to open it.
Ted! Hey, Ted, where the hell's corkscrew?
Fucking jumping volume.
Screw! Corkscrew!
The means to open it.
Ted! Hey, Ted, where the hell's corkscrew? Oh. Bro.
Aw, shit, yeah! Classic Jason kill. The twitching, the face hack. I love it. For this kill, they used another weapon with a piece cut out, then filmed the strike in reverse, which gives it that eerie motion. Also, goddamn, it got so bloody during the shoot. Jimmy's libido reviver Terry is the next one to go out. Literally, in this case, since Jason grabs her from outside the window, then chucks her from the second story. She flies through the air in slow motion and onto a station wagon that gets blown the fuck out. Hell yeah, that was awesome! The only thing I don't love is how Jason was all of a sudden up there right after killing Crispin Glover in the kitchen. And then after this kill, he's shown in the kitchen again. I won't call this teleportation, even though I do think he gains that power later on. Don't at me, Matt Pat. But Jason...
Thank you, Luluco Lamperouge.
Even though I do think he gains that power later on. Don't at me, Matt Pat. But Jason's... Matt Pat. But Jason's pretty... Don't at me, Matt Pat. But Jason's pretty spatially inconsistent in this one, and I think it sometimes takes away from the suspense. Whatever, though. Whatever, though. As long as he's willing to put Ted out of his misery next. Dude's been guffawing at blue film reels for like 6 hours now. We gotta shut that shit down. Ted's eyes look red as shit here, so I'm guessing it's when Lawrence Monason unwisely decided to go method and actually get high before filming a scene.
I'm a very paranoid stone person, so it was the worst idea I could have ever done.
Ted is...
God. That. Very dumb idea.
Idea I could have ever done.
Ted is killed in a way I've always enjoyed, the knife in his head slitting through the projector screen as he falls. The last pair of teens that need to be killed are Sarah and Doug, who I haven't even mentioned yet. Sarah story is that she's a virgin who's nervous about going all the way, while Doug is literally not given a single tiny moment of development. It's surprising then that they still win me over as a fan, probably because they're both so gosh darn cute. The very pretty Peter Barton had been on the cover of some teen magazines before getting a starring role in a season of The Powers of
Let's see. Up, too low. Up. Oh wait. This? The Powers of Matthew Starr. That's pretty good. If I do lower that a little bit. The Powers of Matthew Starr. The Powers of Matthew Starr. Whoa. Maybe one more. The Powers of Matthew Starr. That sound pretty good. The Powers of Matthew Starr. I think that's pretty good. Maybe one more lower with the volume. The Powers of Matthew. There we go. That's what I like. Okay. The Powers of Matthew Starr. The Powers of Matthew Starr. The Powers of Matthew Starr. Oh, that is really auto-tuned, huh? Let me, if I turn that off, does that make it better? The Powers of Matthew Starr. Yeah, I think that's got less of the, like, weird auto-tuney stuff. The Powers of Matthew Starr. The Powers of Matthew Starr. Let's see how those sound. The Powers of Matthew Starr. The Powers of Matthew Starr. What if I lower it? The Powers of No, I think what I got is good. Okay.
role in a season of The before getting a starring role in a season of
The Powers of Matthew Starr.
Which, incidentally, before getting a starring role in a season of
The Powers of Matthew Starr.
Which, incidentally,
The Powers of Matthew Starr. The Powers of Matthew Starr. The Powers of Matthew Starr.
Which
No, I'll go with that.
role in a season of
The Powers of Matthew Starr.
Which, incidentally, co-starred Friday 2's final girl, Amy Steele. Steele encouraged him to take the role, though he later complained about Zito not working with the actors. Sarah, also a cutie, was played by Barbara Howard, who does a great job with small moments in her performance. She also steadfastly refused to do nudity, so a body double was used in this steamy shower scene.
All right, yep. We got to do the titty workshop, or you guys got to learn that. We can't play coy with the censoring anymore. Can't be like the OG Fridays where there were just tiny little Jason masks around the nipples, and I was like, hey. Nope. We gotta cover as much skin as possible.
So a body double is used in this steamy shower scene. After Sarah steps away to get ready for bed, Doug gets a new shower visitor, and this one plays rough. The murder of Doug is one of my low-key favorites of the series. We get full
Thank you,
reveal
Frozen
Jason
Soul.
in it and a super sick head crunch. Zito wanted to reverse the stereotype of a woman victim in the shower.
Why don't I see any censor marks over this Prowler footage?
So here he has the
Okay, I see that some is pushed in, probably, so hopefully that'll get rid of it, because that scene is booby as fuck. Let's see what we got here. This is a fucking gamble. This is like when you see a link on Reddit and you're like, risky click. Let's see.
sick head crunch. Zito wanted to reverse the stereotype of a woman victim in the shower, probably since he already did it very explicitly.
Oh, yeah, no. We can't just do the blur there. Okay, all right. Those we'll have to get another look.
So here, he has the pretty guy get killed all hot and wet. Ted White had to shove Barton's head hard against a padded surface before the shot switched out to a fake head that White then crushed beneath his hand. A blood before the shot switched out to a fake head that White then crushed beneath his hand. A blood tube running down Jason's sleeve provided all the red stuff. Sarah before the shot switched out to a fake head that White then crushed beneath his hand. A blood tube running down Jason's sleeve provided all the red stuff. Sarah finds Doug's dead head hanging out in the shower door, then runs around wrapped up in the world's most secure towel, or at
Thank you, Darren Spoon. Oh, cool. That's awesome. If Blake's watching, what up, Blake Spoon? Jason Goes to Hell. Oh, that's gonna be on like the OG Friday files. Thank you, Capone, Transylvania.
least until Jason goes to hell. Even though
I think there's a clip of her like fucking sliding over a car in this thing though, so yeah. There should be Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday. Thanks, Just Vibin' Bro and Mitsu-san.
World's most secure towel, or at least until Jason goes to hell.
Yeah.
Or at least until Jason goes to hell. Even though wrapped up in the world's most secure towel, or at least until Jason goes to hell. Even though he was just until
Oh wait, is that Titty? Oh shit, that might be Titty.
Wrapped up in the world's most secure towel, or at least until Jason goes to hell.
I think that was a little bit of Titty. All right, we'll go back to what Josh put then. Thank you, LSD.
Secure towel, or at least until Jason goes to hell. Even though
Aw, man, that's definitely not as sweet as the fucking car slide, but
or at least until Jason goes to hell. Even though he or at least until Jason goes to hell. Even though he was just upstairs in the bathroom, now Jason's somehow outside the front door. And
Cero Miedo? Haha, nice name.
somehow outside the front door and kills Sarah with an axe that lodges deep into her towel and chest. Trish and Rob get back to Tommy, then tell him to stay by himself as they and Gordon go next door. Right away, things don't look good. I mean, Gordon's so unnerved, the poor good boy jumps through a frickin' window and runs away, never to return to the movie again. Here's some footage of Gordon's trainers getting him to do this stunt using his favorite toy, a stuffed rabbit. Oh, what a good dog. Look at him jump through the window. Oh, what a good dog. Look at him. Oh, what a good dog. Oh, what a good dog. Look at him jump through the window like that. Trish finds bad news and tells Rob they done fucked up. This house has got Trish finds bad news and tells Rob they done fucked up. This house has got a Jason problem. Oh, and here he is now. I think he's killing you, Rob. Yeah, that's what I thought. Although, can we really be sure about that? All right, bud. I'll take All right, bud.
Oh yeah, Gordon not getting featured in the side characters episode. You're right. If we included Muffin, we should have included Gordon. My apologies.
All right, bud.
Just want a little bit less.
All right, bud. I'll take your word for it. Rob's death was meant to be scary, in contrast to the other more fun kills. I'll admit it is a little disturbing to hear him realize what's happening, but the repetition teeters into hilarity. Teeters into hilarity after a certain point.
Thanks, Cosplay Frankenstein.
After a certain point. Now that Rob's dead, Trish can begin her final girl circuit. Perhaps a double mint corpse to start things off? A little bit of Glover in the doorway. Oh, Jason is not interested in any Glovers in the doorway. Ouch. Trish's race in the doorway. Oh, Jason is not interested in any Glovers in the doorway. Ouch. Trish's racer picks up a sidecar when she gets back home to TJ. So now both of them can enjoy a course classic, a body being flung through a window. This scene was choreographed to a beat, but Zito lied to Corey Feldman about when Jason would reappear. The window crash and grab took Feldman by complete surprise.
Scared the shit out of me. Scared the shit out of me.
That is real pants-shitting terror on his face there. I'm not sure how seriously it scared the poor kid.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
Thank you, Mitsu-san.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
Just gotta say, thank you to my editors. They do so much of this work. None of this would be possible without them. I'm very, very grateful for Bree and Josh. And Zorn's mostly been doing the trailers as of late. He did do the first coverage for Friday 3, but he's moved on to, he's actually, he's already started working on the Tremors kill counts. So he's doing different stuff now. So it's mostly Bree and Josh handling the kill count edits. And thank you so much to them. And then Mike, I'll sometimes enlist when I have a fancy to the numbers bit. I forget the last one that I had him do. Maybe Psycho Gorman.
Seriously, it scared the poor kid.
Are you okay? Are you okay? No, I'm not okay. I was not okay, and I was not okay for quite a while.
I can't help but feel like Ted White.
Oh, this is some fun stuff right here. Some fun BTS. This is why, this is a long episode, but every chunk of BTS I get to, I'm like, oh, this is fun stuff to know.
Okay for quite a while.
I can't help but feel like Ted White enjoyed doing that. Jason and Tommy weren't only adversaries on screen.
The only person that I didn't get along with or was afraid of was Ted White.
He was a mean little kid.
Sounds like a
was Ted White.
He was a mean little
Ted White.
He was a mean little kid.
Was afraid of was Ted White.
He was a mean little kid.
Sounds like a culture clash between the old school White and the rowdy pubescent Feldman.
He wasn't very well mannered.
That was kind of hard for me to relate with because I wasn't real the cowboy type.
That conflict is kind of hilarious to me, especially since White was fair as always and complimented Feldman's performance.
As mean as he was very good in the film.
Jason
I liked him. I liked the way he did it, and I liked the way he worked. I felt like he had the energy of an adult as opposed to that of a kid.
You know what? I'll include that whole fucking quote. Whatever. I just like to hear this guy talk.
I liked him. I liked the way he did it, and I liked the way he worked. I felt like he had the energy of an adult as opposed to that of a kid. Adult as opposed to that of a kid.
Jason busts his body into the house, throws a hammer at Trish's head, and eventually hacks his way through Tommy's door to say, "Mister, clean up this room!" Trish fights back like any good final girl, putting a TV on Jason's head and later luring him out of the house so Tommy can have a chance to escape. She and Jason play cat.
That seems like lightning flashes. And you know what? Might as well include this too. Where would that be? This project file is getting pretty fucking unruly. And then we're only 4 movies in. I think I'm going to have to do a reset and make a new project file for maybe in chunks of 4. Because this is getting pretty bad. Where is the kill count element sequence? This.
Trish fights back. Room. Trish fights back. Trish fights back like any good final girl, putting a TV on Jason's head and later luring him out of the house so Tommy can have a chance to escape. She and Jason.
Okay, so that's 8 seconds.
Clean up this room. Trish fights back like any good final girl, putting a TV on Jason's head and later luring him out of the house so Tommy can have a chance to escape. She and Jason play cat and mouse all over La Casa de Horny Teen until she decides she's done playing this shit and good goddamn jumps out the window. Another slow motion falling stunt. I love it. I always feel bad when that board bounces up and hits the stunt performer at the end. The back and forth between the two and hits the stunt performer at the end. The back and forth between the two houses, so close together, makes for a great third act. The Jarvis.
Wonder if we can get away. I don't want to have another lights warning right after having one. Oh yeah, I think we can.
The back and forth between the two houses, so close together, makes for a great third act. The Jarvis house was a real house in Topanga Canyon that's been used in several other productions since then. Hormone Headquarters, on the other hand, was built by Friday's crew, an expensive line item, but one Zito pushed for and worth it for the chase setting. During his sister's race, Tommy has started to give himself a makeover after seeing what little boy Swamp Jason looked like in some news articles. Thanks for bringing those around, Rob. Really wish Jason hadn't killed you. No. Yeah. No, he's Jason hadn't killed you. Jason hadn't killed you. really wish Jason hadn't killed you. No, he's killed you, Rob. It's in the past now, man. Trish. No, he's killed you, Rob. It's in the. Killed you, Rob. It's in the past now. You, Rob. It's in the past now, man. Trish. No, he's killed you, Rob. It's in the past now, man. Trish nearly waxed Jason. No, he's killed you, Rob. It's in the past now, man. Trish nearly whacks Jason when he tries to sneak up on her, then lands an awesome hit with the machete and splits his hand apart. God, I love this effect. It's one of my all-time favorites. Like many others in this movie, it was done by shooting the action in reverse. A very groany Jason eventually disarms Trish and knocks her down, but before he can kill her, Tommy runs downstairs and starts yelling at him. Jason! Great addition. At him. Jason! Great addition. Jason! Killer, Tommy runs downstairs and starts yelling at him. Jason! Great addition to the score here, with a theremin-sounding version of the Friday theme. Perfectly matches the mind games Tommy plays with Jason.
Remember me, Jason? Jason, don't you remember?
Games Tommy plays with Jason.
Uncle Fester's teenage years were a little different.
Jason, don't you remember?
The distraction gives Trish the chance to strike Jason, knocking off his mask and revealing a gnarly face, one modeled after his original Swamp Boy look. Tommy Jarvis then grabs the machete and hacks into Jason's head with it. The big man falls to the ground and is killed in another one of my absolute favorite effects. And yes, Jason dies here, especially after Tommy freaks out and goes ham with the machete.
Die!
Killing Jason was always going to be a big deal, so it's a good thing Tom Savini.
Sporks Gucci. Hey, buddy.
Kevin
How's it going,
Yeager,
dude?
who would later create the OG Chucky animatronic. Alex Gillis, who would go on to help make Goro
Come
in the first
on,
Mortal Kombat
Premiere.
movie. And the late John Vulich, whose work we've also seen a lot on the Kill Count before. Vulich made the split.
Come on,
Grandpa's makeup in
Premiere.
Texas.
There we go. Bloom, 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 bloom. Bloom, 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 bloom. Come on. All right. Are you good, Premiere? Are you done fucking loading all that media?
Freaks out and goes ham with the machete. Killing Jason was always going to be a big deal, so it's a good thing Tom Savini had a kick-ass crew working with him. Kevin Yeager, who would later create the OG Chucky animatronic, Alex Gillis, who would go on to help make Goro in the first Mortal Kombat movie, and the late John Vulich, whose work we've also seen a lot on the Kill Count before. Vulich made the split head effect and did Grandpa's makeup in Texas Chainsaw 2, and he also did Bub the Zombie's makeup in Day of the Dead, where he worked under Savini again. It's Vulich's collection of masks we see in Tommy's room, and it was Vulich who suggested Jason be killed with a machete, after producers shot down Savini's initial idea. That one involved a microwave gadget Tommy would use to explode Jason's head. Such finality was embraced by Savini and Zito.
It was my impression that there was never going to be another Friday the 13th. I was told that this is the last one.
What up, Joed Gamer?
This is the last one.
Welcome to the stream.
I was told that this is the last one.
That's why the first machete plan was to split Jason's head open vertically, top to bottom, or barring that, saw a good-sized chunk of it off. But the producers or the studio...
Isn't there footage? I feel like there's footage of sawing that chunk off. Let's see what we have here. Final chapter, BTS. Oh my god. It's so fucking good. I love it. Just the ending.
Was a and nothing seemed right. And they finally brought in
Those are just stills. Let me look at my rewrite notes. Like saw. Oh wait, what's this? Good clip of Jason head with machete water. Huh. Okay. Saw. No. Okay. Animation of the microwave thing. That's the book. Awesome footage of machete going into Jason's head. Okay, I think we'll see that. Jesus the blood there. I bet that is what I'm... TO2 1400. TO2? No. TO2 14 minutes in. What do we got here? Oh no.
also, we need to keep much of this in the dark so that you can't see the details of the, of the.
Oh my god, it's so fucking bloody.
Oh,
Oh.
there always is.
Oh, it's like
way
coming out
more
of his
blood.
eyes. That's so nasty. No, it would be stuff that it wasn't on set. Stuff that was not on set. Chronicles, maybe? Chronicles usually has some good shit. Secrets galore behind the gore. I bet this is going to be awesome shots. 3 minutes in and TO3. Oh, that's Tin Can TO3. So is that right here? Oh, yeah, there we go, baby.
Movie. We built a mechanical Jason, tested it with water coming out, and we actually had a guy inside Jason's head. And we got
yeah, do we have a lower third for Secrets Galore behind? Oh, wait, is that clip being used right there? Let me see here. Okay, yeah, no, perfect.
Saw a good side. Or barring that, saw a good-sized chunk of it off. Vertically, top to bottom. Or barring that, saw a good-sized chunk of it off. But the producers or the studio or someone said to make it a less final death, cluing the filmmakers in that there'd likely be more Jasons in the future.
Do we have footage of the water? Okay, yeah, I kind of want the water shot in here too.
But the producer...
And that was in the Crystal Lake Memory video. Water. 2 hours and 14 minutes into that video, so that would be, I guess, back here. 2 hours, 14 minutes in.
Did you see her in groups?
Oh. Oh, is that the water I was talking about? I thought it was something else.
For the effects.
Hey, what up, gamer man?
But the producers or the studio or someone said to make it a less final death, cluing the filmmakers in that there'd likely be more Jasons in the future. In any case, this kid or the studio or someone said to make it a less final death, cluing the filmmakers in that there'd likely be more Jasons in the future. In any case, this kill still kicks ass. The strike was filmed in reverse, as this great footage with Ted White shows, while the strike was filmed in reverse, as this great
there's more white. Oh my god, there's gonna be so many white. This should be like white saying to go higher. Fuck. Awesome shots. Was it? Thank you, Elena Hopkins. Thank you so much. I feel like it was maybe this. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Reverse action of machete in Jason's head. Ted requesting it a little thing. It's so messed up.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Ted. Denunciation. Ted requesting it a little higher, and so.
The strike was filmed in reverse, as this great footage with Ted White shows, while the machete The strike was filmed in reverse, as this great footage with Ted White shows, while the machete face slide was done with a puppet manipulated by lots of people. Some operating the cable-controlled expressions, others pumping blood in to make it bleed. And goddamn did they make it bleed. With the fake
I feel like there's a shot
face slide was done with a
that you can see the people operating the puppet. And it might be... Oh. That's pretty cool. I think there are stills maybe in the... God, I love seeing this shit, man.
While the machete face slide was done with a puppet.
That might have been in here. Animation. Good clip. What was that? Oh.
Didn't do that.
This we used. This is something different. He's talking about being sick here. Huh. Could have sworn there were pictures, still pictures, that showed this kind of shot, but from a slightly different angle so that you could see all the puppeteers behind it. I guess I could look in the Gore Galore video. That's the dancing one. This is the ending. What is this one? Outtakes. These are stills. These might actually have them. Maybe not. Getting down there. Or Galore, you're my last hope. Probably not then, huh? Okay. Yeah, okay.
It was done with a puppet manipulated.
But maybe I can, like, show when they kind of lift it back up and down. Oh, yeah. How about this?
White shows, while the machete face slide was done with a puppet manipulated by lots of people. Some operating the cable-controlled expressions, others pumping blood in to make it bleed. And goddamn did they make it bleed. With the fake-out dream sequence cut, we jump to our final scene in the hospital. Trish wakes.
Oh, and then that should have a little deleted scene thing. Fuck, man. It's almost like this is a real motherfucking show. Where's Mama Jarvis? There we go. Jason looks like he wants a taste of ice cream. Yeah, he's like. Oops.
Make it bleed. With the fake-out dream sequence cut, we jump to our final scene in the hospital. Trish wakes up and sees Tommy, then hugs him in a way to hide his bald cap wrinkles. Zito wanted Feldman to hide his bald cap wrinkles. Zito wanted Feldman to actually shave his head at first, but the kids' agents weren't about to allow that. Not with pilot season coming up. Feldman instead wore a bald cap every day for 2 weeks, and he cites that as the reason he was so sick and frustrated by time they wrapped. He even says he was so sick and frustrated.
And then wasn't there a shot of him like drinking orange juice? Oh, was that the thing I was looking for? Oh, that's kind of what I was looking for. That's a short clip, huh?
When Jason finally got it.
Yeah, that's too short.
My eyes as I'm trying to take him down. What happened?
There it is.
And it's the middle of the night, and you're.
This looks like a lot of work. It is. Testati Ninja. Oh, hey, Veronica. Hey. Hope your new job's doing well.
By time they wrapped. Even sick and frustrated by time they wrapped. He even says he was thinking of Zito while he was yelling, "Die! Die!" The movie ends with Tommy staring. Die! Die! The movie ends with Tommy staring into the camera and looking disturbed, setting things up for a sequel to the final chapter, just in case. How many people got caught in the page? How many people got caught in the How many people got caught in the pages when Mancuso tried to close the book on Jason? Let's get to the numbers and... Count! Count! Count!
I gotta re-record those too. My mic was on too high for all these yelling parts. I wonder if I can isolate it so I don't hear the Tommy. Because I did want to record Chelsea being like, James, if she's fucking well enough to. Would that be on the center track? Yes! There's no fucking dialogue in that. Great.
To the numbers and count! The numbers and count! 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 When Mancuso tried to close the book on Jason, let's get to the numbers and count! 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 Let's get numbers and numbers and count! The numbers and count! Count! Count!
Let's have this second count. It'll take a little longer.
On Jason, let's get to the numbers and count! Count! Count!
So fucking stupid.
Mancuso tried to close the book on Jason, let's get to the numbers and count! Count! Count!
Yeah, that'll work. That'll work.
Book on Jason, let's get to the numbers and count! Let's get to the numbers and count! Count! Count!
Okay. Wah, 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 wah. Bye, Veronica. Oh, unless Heather's the one who's leaving? Oh, no. Veronica's leaving. Bye, Veronica. Wah, 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 wah. Damn, did they actually manage to leave in my green shirt
There
and
were
not key
14
it?
kills in the final chapter.
Nice work.
There were 14 kills in the final chapter.
That is why I walk in sideways, though, to make it easier.
There were 14 kills. There were 14. There were 14 kills in the final chapter. Jason and his 13 victims. There were 14 kills in the final chapter. There were 14 kills in the final chapter. Jason and his 13 victims. All in all, there were 7 lady victims and 7 dudes, continuing Friday's trend of having mostly even pie charts. With a runtime of 91 minutes, that left us with a kill on average every 6.5 minutes. That left us with a kill on average every 6.5. The kill on average kill on average every 6.5 minutes.
Thanks, Jamie Smithers. What style of horror is my favorite? I'm not really sure, honestly. I don't know. I like lots of different styles as long as they're done well. It's like I don't necessarily need them to be realistic. I don't need them to be. I don't know. I like a whole lot of different styles. Wah, 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 wah. Oh wait, what did I just do? Okay.
For 14 kills.
Thank you, Out of the Basement. Appreciate that. Okay. Now, we'll close this project, save it, import it to the graphics bin as its own bin. Open that sequence, copy all that, and paste it here.
Kill on average every 6.5 minutes. I'll give the Golden Chainsaw for coolest kill to the J-Man. The J-Man himself, Jason Voorhees. That character needed a spectacular death, and boy did they deliver. Dual Machete for lamest
Oh, what is that there?
deliver. Dual Machete for lamest kill will go to Mama. Go to Mama Chris, whose death was so lame it harkened back to Steve Christie's from the original. And that's it. Friday the 13th, the final chapter, was at first scheduled to be released in October 1984, but they rushed through post-production in an insanely short 6 weeks and 1984. But they rushed through post-production in an insanely short 6 weeks and finished in time for a very early release of Friday, April 13th. The film set a new opening weekend record for Paramount, and with that kind of The film set a new opening weekend record for Paramount, and with that kind of success, obviously they'd make another film. I'll look at that next week, but until then, I'm James A. Janice. This has been the Kill Count. Thanks a lot for watching this Kill Count. I want to thank some patrons like Akari Blue, Spooky Kill Count. Thanks a lot for watching this Kill Count. I want to thank some patrons like Akari Blue,
And then it's like,
Spooky
do I
Boy,
use the fucking
7703.
trailer that Zoran made for Fear Street 3? Probably not.
This Kill Count. I want to thank some
I hate
patrons
like
Blue,
the
Spooky Boy,
inconsistency. I hate people
7703,
probably
Name,
thinking
aka
that it's
Saraka
inconsistent, like the use of the trailers.
Patrons like Akari Blue, Spooky Boy 7703.
Like
Name
the first fucking 3 years of this channel, I didn't have to. Well, I guess there were some issues, huh? saw kill counts and Reanimator and stuff.
Patrons like Akari Blue, Spooky Boys 7703, Name 703,
Thanks, Sweaty Mark.
Name, aka Saraka Most, Troy, Matthew Lee, Panzernaut, and Marcella Mon. Reminder, if you ever get the chance to meet Ted White, man. I mean, the guy is 95, so who knows how much longer we'll have him, but he's still really fun to talk to. Thanks, everyone. Be good people.
All right. I got like censor nudity. So that's something I can't really do on screen. Need these keyframes deleted. I'm probably gonna take a fucking nap, honestly. I'm exhausted. I got ADR, I got, the bulk of the work's done. I probably still got 2 hours to go of work. And that's not counting the half-hour-long QC. Today's Wednesday. My God. All right. That's all I got in me for today. Thank you so much for hanging out. Doing these on live stream always makes it easier, honestly. Just having the people there allowing me to talk things out aloud and just keep me focused on the work. So I really appreciate when you guys come and hang out for these live streams. And of course, the super chats ain't a bad gig either. So thank you everyone who hung out, who talked, who was nice to the mods, who do a great job. Thank you, mods, as always. And yeah, look for this video on Friday. Should be fine getting it out there. I think the sponsor will probably approve it in time. And as far as I know, there's not any copyright issues with this one, so should be okay. Check this out on Friday. Enjoy it, and I will talk to you all later. Thanks, everybody. Bye. Be good people.